Hello there, it's Megasonic Dude to there, and we're not going to be talking about Coney, we're going to be talking about games. Well, we're starting a new Let's Play, I guess, kind of a Let's Play. I think I'm just going to record everything at once, not tonight, it's about 12 right now, sooner or later it's going to be 1 a.m. because it's going forward an hour. Indeed so. But, what game are we playing? Well, this. Yes, it's by Armor Games. That's quite obvious. Usually, I'm going to do a lot of things from it. It's from GameInABottle.com. That's pretty much who coded it. It was just published by Armor Games. And it is Gemcraft Labyrinth. Now, I'm pretty sure that there's more Gemcrafts before this. Pretty sure about that. I'm pretty sure Gemcraft's actually pretty old, but you know, let's just start with this one, because I really don't care. And I really like this game. It really changed my perspective about how tower defense games should work. This is definitely a tower defense game. I'm doing a lot of tower defense games because it's my favorite genre of arcade gaming of all time. That's my main reason of doing it. So, okay, there's Gemcraft 0 and Gemcraft 1. Wow, I never noticed that. Well, there we go then. So this is like Gemcraft 2, I guess. Let's start a game. Let's delete this. Oh, that's a funny story to tell you guys. So, basically, what that file was a Let's Play recording that I wasn't recording. Interesting, huh? Okay, so, let's read this. Finally, the student years are over. It was more than too long, decades in fact, spending half my time as the chief of guard of a small town in the outskirts. This at least kept me from forgetting gem-crafting spells, and the other half keeping myself young and ready with cheap magic tricks and studying higher wizardry. 2 weeks ago, everything changed. It began with something like an eclipse. Everything went dark for a moment with a wild wave of wind blowing through the town. Then the weather became even more sinister. Each day it was either science before the storm, with strange colors or even ashes flying with the wind, or the storm itself smashing and flooding. Monsters of the wilderness began appearing at the town gates in much greater numbers than before, forcing me to constantly upgrade the gems guarding the town and to set up death traps all across the streets. The townspeople fled in terror, carrying what they could of their belongings, and by the 10th day it was just me and the monsters in a ghost town. This was also the day when the location of the great test, the challenge I was waiting for so long, appeared on my magic map. Fortunately, it was just a few days away. Now I understand why the council sent me to that small town, and not anywhere else, spending my seemingly endless years of practice and preparation. Now, this is the game. There are 13 by 13 fields in the Labyrinth, which I believe is 169. I might be wrong. I probably am wrong, but I don't really care. Repel the attack of the monsters on a field, and more fields will appear before you. Click on the field at the entrance of the Labyrinth below to begin. So, click that. So, field G13. 8 waves, available gems, poison, and multiple damage, which are basically light green and pure yellow. Field basic speed. So that's something you should get for just completing it. But you can also get medals that will give you more experience. And now here I am at the entrance of the labyrinth. There is something shining at the center, but I can't just hop over there. I sense some kind of energy not letting past the field of the maze, that simply. Well, it must be like this for a reason. Maybe it's a part of my test, just like the hordes of the monsters lurking in there, waiting to ambush me. Creating gems. To fight the monsters, you have to create, or to fight the monsters, you have to create gems and place them to towers and traps. Click on an available gem icon in the lower right panel. Okay. Then now you need to click on the inventory. To fire at the monsters, to place on the create gem on a tower. To select and drag the gem from your release the gem on a tower. Okay. Starting screen up. At the beginning of a battle, the time is frozen. When you are ready with your defenses, click on the play button and face the monsters. Click on the fast forward icon to boost the flow time up to 3 times speed. That's what I do. So yeah, I think you just click on it once. Oh, you can press space to do that too. That's nice. Okay, let's click continue. I don't think that there's anything else, but we don't have to do that right now. What we can also do is we can buy more of these gems, which is helpful. So now that we have those, let's start full speed, because it's gonna be kind of laggy because I'm recording, but it actually isn't looking too bad so far. I kind of just rebooted my computer, so that could be why, but I don't know. The reason why I actually really had to reboot is because my D drive corrupted, if I haven't told you the story, and so sometimes it crashes and it stops working, so I have to restart my computer so the D drive will show up again so I can use any programs that are on my D drive. Hypercam 3 is on my G drive because my C drive is terrible. With only 55 gigs of space, I only use 49 of those for I don't know what. Whatever it is going to be impossible for me to delete or, you know, other stuff. There's small lag spikes, but it's not as bad as like Minecraft or something. It actually runs pretty dang smooth compared to that crap. But don't worry, I'm hoping to get fraps so I can record way easier. Oh, I've been just kind of sitting here and, yeah, kind of ranting. Oh, I made a wall there. In order to get rid of walls, you can place gem things, and I got a novice amulet for that, so I guess there was some point. Let's create a level 2 gem. As you see, it takes time for them to be even activated, so you can't just put a million things at the beginning and unpause it, and all start millions, and all millions of them start attacking. It takes like 5 seconds. It takes a bit. Oh, and this is the last wave. Just a little by the way. So it's not a continual. I separate tower defense games. 2 categories. One of them is continual, and one of them is staging. One of them is staged. Staged game. All staged tower defense games are like Gemcraft, Labyrinth, Kingdom Rush. I can go on and on. Continual games are like the Bloons tower defense series, where you go to round and round and round, but your defenses get really buff. And yeah. So you see, we got 2 amulets, and you can see all that battle amulets and multipliers, and yeah, it's weird. So that was that, and that was that. We just got an extra 20 experience. Yippee! But this one actually gave us a multiplier, and 30% multiplier for experience. So yeah, so of it being that, I got this. Much better, isn't it?
Hey, so what do I find the scenario guide and how can we get there?
Sorry about that. I had to help my uncle with something regarding World of Warcraft. So that was just G13. I actually spent a lot of time trying to explain this. Well, don't worry. Here's some more explaining. Every single time you get experience and you level up. Basically, when you level up, you get more perks that you get to use, and it's kind of confusing, but I'll definitely explain it, don't worry. So, defeating this thing, we unlock 2 new ones. These ones have completely different gems, except for the multiple gems. You recognize that from this, but you also now have shock. And this you have slow, which slows people. I don't really know what Bloodbound does. I never really figured that out. So, I want to do this. Yeah, okay. Battle settings. In the battle settings panel, you can mix many different settings and create the custom mode you want to fight your battle in. As you level up, more and more settings will become available. More difficult setting will reward more XP with more XP if you win the battle. Getting the premium edition to unlock the most challenging and exciting settings. Which are these? Plus 20 waves and endurance. Look at that. I don't even know what that is, but then there's these. That's armor. That's not that great. skills. In the skills panel, you can learn and upgrade skills that will aid you in battle. To learn a skill, click and drag the mouse upwards. You can unlearn it or downgrade your skill by dragging downwards. Roll over the skill icons for more details about them. You can freely redistribute your points at any time. Try different skill configurations if a field seems too difficult. Now, every single time you level, you get 9 of these things, so let's use one. It uses only one. But later, you will realize it will not only start to use one, it will start to cost 2 after 5. There we go. Just keep it even. I know what they do, but yeah. Combining gems. You can combine your gems to create more powerful ones. 1. You have to click on this. 2. You need to drag one of your gems to the top. It can be in the field, and it can be really confusing too. You can combine gems. Oh yeah, okay. You can combine gems in your inventory as well as in your buildings. For the best results, combine gems of the same grade. When you do that, it becomes 2 times better. So it becomes level 2, like that. Walls. Walls are much cheaper to build than your other buildings. They provide an inexpensive way to build a long maze for the monsters. The longer the path, the more time you have to kill them. Indeed, walls are my favorite. This is when walls are actually going to come into hand. Look at this. Derp, 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 derp. Now, we want it to be really long for them, so let's build one there, there, and there. Why is this? So, if you look at it, see, instead of like that, it's 2 times longer. It really hard to explain, but you figured out. And they only provide us with a small amount of towers, but one of my favorite ones are shock gems. First of all, they stop players. I also like multiple damage gems. So, with that, let's start this battle. Gemcraft Labyrinth is a very, very good game. So if you heard my uncle earlier, oh well, I really don't mind. Just letting you know if you're confused at all or emotionally scarred, I would feel terrible for you. Because that's something that you should not be emotionally scarred over. If I were you, I'd go get help. And as you see, even when you combine gems, it does the reload thing again, so that kind of sucks, but it happens. What are your lives for your magic orb? Well, basically, when monsters get to it, it takes down some of your mana. If enough take it, so it takes your mana down to 0, you lose. That's how this game works. It's actually very weird and diverse. It's not like when you have a fixed amount of lives. Sorry for that, I had to talk to my uncle again, but sadly, this time, he was doing about... All you missed was it was not exciting, don't worry. We didn't lose any lives, we just were gaining mana while I was talking to him. I might add, what might I add? Oh, right, rounds, or, waves, right. But if I do that, there's gonna be giants. Oh, I don't like giants. Giants. Well, they're bad things. So yeah, as you can see, we did not let a monster reach our orb, so I was not lying. Oh, and we got this, because we made a dual gem. Very, very nice. And these are jewel gems, and that. Just a little BTW. And we unlocked 2 more. Fantastic. Mana gain. It's my favorite because you gain more mana. And mana is pretty damn important in this game. So, I think that we should do this one just to end off the video. Oh, I could have done that, but I was stupid. No, you don't get any towers. That's the first thing you may realize. Now, put a tower here so you can destroy that. Yeah, you can destroy these when you put a gem right next to it, only right next, and it'll just start hitting it if there's no monsters there. Then we can just move the gem to another tower. But for now, we just have to do this. So yeah, this will just basically hit 2, and this will basically hit 2. So it's pretty even. And this is also destroying this, so it's fine. It might go a little slow. Sometimes it is a slow game, but I have it 3 times faster. I usually play at that anyway, so. Something you'll be seeing me do a lot is combining gems. It's not a habit, it's just I like having the diversity of having 2 things at once to help me kill things, so. It's a nice convenience. Oh, and it does more damage anyway, because it's grade 2. That will die. Very soon. Like that soon. So now I can just make a new tower and move it, but it will take more time. See that? Of course you did. Okay, so let's make one there. So in case, I can hurt them here, but if they get to the orb, I can hurt them all here too. Which is why that's a good idea. But we really are waiting, because these guys are fatties and they're very slow. So let's just wait a moment. I think we might see giants. We may. That would not be very good in my opinion, because I don't like giants. It's not like I'm racist towards giants. If you know what a giant is in this game, you'd completely agree that they're evil little. Ugh. I just don't want them here. So you see I'm like running low on mana. You can't force yourself to get 0 mana, do not worry. Actually, I think you can, but if you're less than 0. Because I remember getting myself to 0, but you don't lose if that happens. Definitely buying things and a monster just going in when you have like 1 left, you're dead. But most mobs, they'll get rid of usually just up to 10, maybe 20. And giants, they get rid of like 300 or 200. That's why you should save up. But since we're in these early, very easy maps, it's not necessary. This is one of the hardest things in the game. In my normal file, here, I'll even show you just to prove it. That one, I haven't even finished. I'm not kidding. Look at this. Okay, so this is my main one. This is the one I'm working on at the moment. Look at this one. I haven't done it yet. This is the first one. We did these 2. There's that. I have to complete this to order to finish the game, because there's a lot, obviously, that sprout upon that. And this is actually kind of hard, but I'm pretty sure I can manage. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. I'm hoping. So, yeah, I'm hoping this video ended up fantastic. And if it did, I'm uploading it. So,